Chic, sophisticated, and designer labels heaven. New York Fashion Week is every bit as provocative as Paris and Milan. Here's the lowdown on the well-heeled highlights.
New York Fashion Week shows the fantastically energetic and sophisticated fashion Americans are producing, plus the work of designers from across the world. Belgian-born Diane von Furstenberg has been dubbed by Newsweek as the most marketable woman since Coco Chanel. Her Spring-Summer 2007 line bears that out.
Tell us about the color combinations you went with.
The two things that inspired me the most, the woman and nature. So it was, we started with first it's dark and then light comes and then the shadow and then the snakes and the leaves and the butterflies and the bees and then the woman.
And the bugs.
And the bugs.
Among the biggest fans of von Furstenberg's breezy but slick sensuality is Tracy Ellis Ross, daughter of fashion and music icon Miss Diana Ross.
What did you think of Diane's collection?
I thought it was fabulous. It was free, it was feminine, it was colorful, it was wearable, and it was very womanly.
At just 21, LA-born Jenny Kane is already a top-selling designer. As a teenager, fashion was her means of self-expression. Taking herself off to Italy to learn the trade, she returned to conquer young, cool America.
Tell us about the inspiration behind the colors and the patterns.
I wanted to do fall colors for spring, so like the deep purple and the teal and the black, and then mustard's my favorite color. I use it too much. And salmon was like a little bit springy, and then it was like long silhouettes and minis mixed with little short leather jackets and sweaters.
Jenny Kane's jackets, coats and cardigans are a popular choice with Hollywood's young it girls, and the in crowd are taking her swimwear as their own.
I think that Rachel Bilson and Misha Barton look gorgeous in my clothes and have really great style and know how to wear them. I also think Selma Blair is a big advocate and looks great in them too.
When it comes to the Carolina Herrera collection, even the longtime members of the Best Dressed list must stand in line for their seats. Referred to as New York's classiest designer, she's no fan of hard-edged glamour. Instead, hers are timeless classics, sophisticated but gentle in faded prints with frayed edges and Victorian detailing.
Philip, stylist to the stars, what did you think of Carolina's collection?
Carolina is just rich and opulent, and you can feel the passion. You can feel the whole desire to create really comes out. The workmanship, the attention to detail is just so rich. And she's not someone who's following trends, she's someone who's creating them, and it's really exuberating. And I think Carolina is one of those designers that takes inspiration from all around the world and different periods and has some eclectic fusion and mixes them together, and they just come out looking like gorgeous.
If others were about fancy and fun, then the Herrera line was more real and couture-like. Whether lace, tulle, chiffon or wool, her designs have a modern carriage and grace all their own, making them favourites of Philip Bloch, who dresses Halle Berry, Uma Thurman, Beyoncé, Renee Zellweger and Nicole Kidman.
Many times when I'm watching the show, I think, oh, that's a Renee Zellweger dress. Oh, that's a Halle Berry dress. Oh, that's a Beyonce dress. So there were definitely a lot of celebrity dresses today. There was this beautiful red and white little dress that's the one I really want to touch and get my hands on. And even this one was beautiful, this black and white striped one. Look, number 33 on Raquel. Uma Thurman could look really gorgeous in something like that.
Oscar de la Renta's byline is, give the ladies what they want. And so he has, with embroideries, lace, crochet and florals. Bold, oversized prints, the richest Himalayan blue colors. It's clear why Sarah Jessica Parker and the cast of Sex and the City looked so incredible. Their stylist was shopping at Mr. De La Renta's.
What did you think of Oscar's collection?
I thought Oscar's show was signature Oscar. His clothes are elegant, they're beautiful, and they stay young. It comes from his heart. I think he loves women, and it shows in his clothing. So I always try to catch his shows.
With colours from azure to cherry and marigold, silk for day and taffeta for night, there was more than enough drama for Oscar's larger-than-life fan, Donald Trump, and 25-year-old Ivanka, his daughter from his first marriage to Ivana. Ivanka rose to the status of international model from the age of 16, making her a regular on the runway.
I believe that you're a big fan of South Africa.
Well, I love South Africa. It's a great place. We'll be there.
And what did you think of Oscar's show?
Excellent. Great show. He's a very terrific talent.
When you're sitting in the audience, do you ever envision your wife in any of the garments that you see?
Oh yeah, many. Oscar's an elegant man. There's nobody quite like him. He's done a beautiful job. Have a good time.
Thank you.
Say hello to South Africa.
Next, Luca Orlandi's Spring Collection. Another show and another Trump, and never the twain shall meet. But socialite politics aside, Luca's minimalism looked the perfect fit for a hip young generation.
I see that you stayed away from color in your new collection. Why did you decide that?
You know, first because we are spoiled designers and we like to change. So whatever we do in the past, we like to find something new. And then because we spend so much time and effort to find a new volume, combination of new volumes. And I wanted the eye of the person in the show really to pay attention to this, to the decent volume, to the decent combination of the silhouette, and not be confused by maybe a 12 color spread.
He was true to his word, with the collection's very neat volumes coming in varieties of graphic white and black, with a much talked about arch in the front hem of his dresses.
And what is the trend for the new season?
It's definitely trapeze dresses. It's definitely a step forward after last season where we already have so many empire dresses. Now we even lost the cuts under the bust. It's really loose clothes, layering and learning to use volume that theoretically don't go too well together, and instead you can make them work.
Michael Kors has been hailed as one of the most influential designers of the decade. Many of the designs from this collection were a flashback to the 80s. Sleek evening numbers drew inspiration from the memorable Michelle Pfeiffer in the movie Scarface.
Michael, well done on an absolutely exquisite collection. Your collection seems to have had every genre of range that one could hope for.
We really try to design the collection very much as a wardrobe. You know, I'm not interested in just evening or just work. You know, I really see it as a wardrobe. So something you could wear on the weekends when you go to the movies, and something you could wear to the office, something you could wear to a party, and something you could wear to the Academy Awards.
To his neutrals, he added a flash of metallics and brought the waist into sharp focus with wide belts on everything from jerseys to evening dresses. His men's clothing line also makes a strong statement.
What's the trendy thing for men right now?
Well, I think for men, the nice thing now is that guys are starting to wear tailored clothes again, but not stiff and formal. So you're taking a lot of the structure out of menswear, and so a guy can wear sneakers with a suit, which, you know, you're seeing younger guys really wanting to get dressed up. People like Usher, who, you know, wear a suit not because he has to, but because he wants to.
Still, this look wasn't pared down enough for Damon Dash, partners with singer Jay-Z in their own new clothing line, Rockefeller. His take on fashion?
For men, I honestly believe where I'm going is I'm toning everything down, you see? Tone it down. The clothes are toned down. Everyone's trying to make a statement so much that they're not making a statement. So let's tone it down, you know what I mean? Get it old school.
An old-school designer for the hyper-trendy, Michael Kors certainly took simple lines that worked and elaborated only a little. From fine stretch wools to jazzy matte jerseys and tailored jackets, the Americans showed a characteristically strong and simple signature. Judging by the reaction from the front row, the homegrown designers had their audiences eating out of their hands.